G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard, and this will be the big day for that bad boy. I did get a question over, sorry, the XJ650. I did get a question whether or not I'm making a rear unit out of that tank. I'm not, don't worry, I'm not. I'm not inspired by Dell, certainly not in that way. From Del Boy's Garage, if you've no idea what I'm talking about, check out the workshop, it's fucking hilarious. It's just hung there. It's just somewhere reasonably safe to keep it for the moment. That I can't remember. I'm terrible with remembering who made comments, but that cracked me up. Today is the day I try and make these two buggers back together. Now I've got the manual over the side. Give them a wipe with solvent. I am literally just about to do that. Apply the silicone joint stuff, which I am following you guys, going for a bit of tree bond. So just about to give them a quick wipe. Do not allow it to come within 2 to 3 millimeters of main bearing shells, and don't apply it anywhere near the central oil feed. So what is it trying to tell me there? Let me get a pointer or something to point with. There we go, that'll do. So what I think it's telling me is don't go within 2 to 3 mil of the shells. That's the shells there. But the next bit it says is make sure that you 2 to 3. Don't do it around the main oil feed. Oh, a bit of schmeg in there. Out you come, schmeg. There we go. Don't do it near the central oil down happily. Note this is especially important to ensure that the compound is applied around the main bearing cap bolts, bearing in mind the caution given above. So I've got to pay attention to getting it round the cap bolts, but not within 2 to 3 mil of that shell. Now, that's going to be super tricky, but we shall see how it goes. What it also says is oil the fuck out of it. Doesn't quite say that, but it just says lubricate everything while you can, as much as you can. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, is just whacking through the oil. In fact, you can see I put a bit too much there because it's coming over the casing, but oil what you can when you can, which is precisely what I'm doing at the moment. What I'm then going to do is give the surfaces another wipe off, get them nice and clear of stuff. I need a bit more oil in this end, and then crack on. Yeah, I'm nervous. Let's get this oiled up, cleaned up, and then we'll get you set up. Right, edges cleaned, gasket on, or sealant on. I have gone light with it. I can't move the camera because I put it up there. Now the issue that I'm going to get is one of the forks. Let me just try and show you. One of the forks, you can see it sticking up there. I'll put a little arrow on. It's free running and clips onto there, so the pain is going to be the difficulty is going to be getting that on. I can feel it coming. Right, let's just invert this big bugger. I'll put the gasket glue on this surface. In fact, I don't even know if you're supposed to put it on two surfaces. I'm assuming not, because the last thing you're going to want it to do is to squirt out on everything. I have remembered to put it on the collet, on the circles at the edge as well, the end of the big end. Well, if that's just dropped straight on, I'm a fucking genius. I might be a genius. mixture of sealant and oil and everything going on here. Right, I've just dropped the angle because I'm trying to get that fork to engage. I think it's falling forward. I want it to fall back, and I think it's got to go onto that. Well, it would make sense that it needs to go onto that. Right. And it's not fucking catching anything. Nor can it. I think I'll put that one upside down. Right, let's get it lined up. Now that's engaged. Right. Right, a little bit jiggery pokery, and that is squared away. So I've got things that move. And I think we're on, ladies and gents, or as near as, damn it, as near as can be squeezed by bolts. Only one way to find out. Engine assembly. Right, having checked the fork position, right. Where the fuck has my rubber mallet gone?
Hello.
Hello. Just at a crucial point and I can't find something. Thank you, baby. Look at that. Good time to delay to the Barbie. The sun's come out.
Well, yeah. It's a good thing. I need to. The raspberries you got yesterday have already started to go off. They've got hairs coming.
Oh. I got them from the posh place.
Oh, I know. That's what I could tell that because of the strawberries.
Mm.
I'm like, that's a bit disgraceful though. They should last a day out of the fridge, shouldn't they?
Yeah. I'm not trying to deaden the blow of the hammer, it's just mucky. Alright, I just want to check to see if we have movement or not. Well, that all sounds good. That all sounds good. Gears seem to be doing what they should do, which is handy. Right, let's get these bolts in then, shall we? Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Dropping each one's position, do not over tighten. Please note the two bolts within the oil filter do not have washers fitted beneath their heads. Finger tight, turn it over. So, let's get on with that. Right, let me just flip back. I think it's just straight. Flip it over and do the other side now. But it would be foolish to get it wrong now. When they're all done, finger tight, turn the unit over, repeat the procedure with the other bolts. Please note that bolt number 35 retaining the engine, earth cable, bolt 37 battery, yeah. All 39 okay. Then do them up properly. Right, break up torque wrench time. Let's get used to again how freaking heavy this is. And actually what I can do at the moment is just get rid of some of that. I tell you what, I'm glad I put a sparing amount of sealant on this. I'm not getting much overflow, but if I'd put as much as I originally thought in there, I'd be pretty screwed, I think. Oh. Yeah, I really want that the other way up. A bit of damage on the top there, but nothing I can't tart up. Knew that it would always be the way. Right, rather than turning the engine around, let me try just turning that around. Right. Oh, I've not cleaned these. Let me give these a quick clean up. I thought I'd done all of them. Obviously haven't. We're all on kind of hand tight. So bolts 1 to 10, 33 and 34 are 8mm, so they need to be at 24 Newton meters. The others need to be at 12. Cool. So let's go for the 8mm first, 24 Newton meters. I'm going to do this offset. I'm just going to go around and talk all these up. Right, there we go. If I wasn't too concerned about copyright, I would be playing 2 Become 1. We're together. Let me get... Oh, this is an awkward height, isn't it? We're together. It does say to check that everything rotates and works, minding you don't lose the cam chain, so I won't do it too much just at the moment, but I still have all my movement. I'm glad I went sparing on the sealant. Got a little seal line there, and actually if if I remember correctly, the advice is to get it now before it's all cured off. Well, it might be easier to do once it's cured off. It's starting to cure already, look. I say already, I am multitasking, because if this was smell-o-vision, you'd be able to detect the, do you know what, I'm going to let that dry and run my thumbnail across it. You'd be able to smell the barbie kicking off in the back that I've just lit. So, yeah, it's together. I dropped a fecking bolt somewhere. I'm short of 29, which is a 6mm bolt, and I'm fucked if I know where it is. It'll turn up, I'm sure. Failing that, I'll find something else that will fill the role. But I've managed to get this far and just drop one bolt. I'm quite happy. It beats my normal attempts. Yeah, so there we go. I don't know what's next. I've not looked at the book. Oh, I'm beyond that. I'm way beyond that. I think it's starting doing things like putting cylinder heads on, things like that, which is quite important. But I'm going to follow it through, because there's elements like the cam chain guide, the tensioner, etc., that I've got to get in the right order. Otherwise, if I don't, I'm just going to fuck myself over for later. Just dropped a bloody seal somewhere. These are the old ones, so these are the old rubbers, so I will replace those. I have got replacements for them. I can't see where that one's just gone, but for now, let's just drop them on. Yeah, all good. That was a lot harder than I anticipated, and it's I don't use a torque wrench as often as I should. I have on this one, and that nerve of, go on, click, you fucker, this feels like it's going to strip. That was quite an interesting experience. I do need to clean up the faces a little bit more before I do, before I chuck anything on top, but you know, we're getting there. But I now have an engine in one piece. One really quite heavy piece. I'd forgotten how heavy it was. Yeah, I need to get my stand, which is currently under the other bits, which are stashed away out of the dust and dirt and everything else. Probably shouldn't be on the floor, but they're nicely sealed off. But frankly, boys and girls, we're getting there. Look at that. Back together. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Ta-da.